Jiří Pos, the CEO of Prague Airport, thank you for joining us today. Now, the reason we're sitting here is because you've won the 2023 Digital Transformation Award. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Now, this award is given jointly by ACI Europe and the CESAR 3 joint undertaking, and it's given to an airport that really has embraced digitization when it comes to capacity, sustainability, to innovative approaches, to economies of scale, to operations. How does it feel to be the airport that's been given this award this year?
It feels great, of course. It's great appreciation not to me, to the airport, but mainly to the team. It's been working on it for a long time. We like to say the size doesn't matter. Prague Airport is a medium-sized airport, went through the very turbulent period, having 65% market share of base carrier Czech Airlines back in 2010. Last year, less than 2%. So we are turning from the secondary hub into the destination-driven airport, which means, in other words, 65 airlines. So we have to really care about our stakeholders and having ambition to harmonize the situation and operations at the airport. So this is maybe something what is behind this award and these efforts.
And can you tell me a little bit more about what the particular issues were that you felt lent themselves to a digitized solution that you were facing at Prague Airport?
I have to say this is not the matter of last 2-3 years. It's been as early as 2000. Prague Airport developed a centralized database to share and to transform the transport movements into the data and to share them not only with the airport units but also with other stakeholders. Another milestone's been airport collaborative decision-making activities, been among the top 10 airports in Europe. Even it wasn't mandate for Prague Airport because of size, but we've been ahead of the stream to implement full CDM operation airport in 2017. So there's kind of long track of ambition to be leading the group, and I'm not saying that inventing the wheel because it's maybe too strong, but not just copying and doing the benchmarking, but also doing something more than just benchmarking the other airports.
And when it comes to identifying where you could find digitized solutions and your overarching business plan and strategy, was it easy to align the two, or are there areas around sustainability or growth which didn't really lend themselves to this? What were the challenges there?
Well, industry is changing. I joined the industry back in 1986, so it's a long way to go, and you reach some size of the operation, and you can't really rely on your experience. You have to be really data-oriented, data-based operation. So that was, and it is main strategy to collect as much as data as possible and share it with as much as possible stakeholders within the airport. So this is something what it's also important for the future. I believe that most of the airports experiencing lack of resources, human resources particularly. Then you have the resource planning is already very important and very difficult lessons to learn. But then you plan your resources and you got irregularities, and you have to really work on predictability to know what's going to happen in 1 hour, in 5 hours, in 10 hours. So this is all the reasons we are trying to improve our operations through data sharing, data analyzing, and evaluation of the actual or even forecast situation.
So there's actually a very big people dimension to this.
It is.
If we turn now to the CESAR aspect of your work and the award. Now, Prague Airport joined CESAR 3 in 2021, I think, as one of the founding members. What were your motivations for doing that?
Again, it's been a kind of interesting track of cooperation with Eurocontrol itself. Back in 2005, I think they did analysis for our runway capacity. So it's kind of, this is one of the reasons. And second, to understand the needs also for medium-sized airports. What is the challenge not having internal consulting unit, not having even internal IT development unit. This is mostly based on the operational people, which saves some time and turn their operational experience into the IT solutions. So there's very close cooperation between the people who are the frontline people with IT experts and contributing some additional time to this to improve the overall efficiency of the airport operations. So we are very pleased being this kind of, not leading, but be at the front of the pace, and it's great cooperation with CESAR.
And were there particular CESAR solutions that you had taken off the peg and implemented, or is it more?
No, it's a good question. I mean, we actually picked the light APOC, Light Airport Operation Center. Again, this is something which, by missing the base carrier with 50 plus market share, so we have, as earlier mentioned, 65 airlines, so we can't really gather all station managers or ground handlers in one room, so we have to look for some other solutions, which, in other words, is kind of light APOC, Airport Operation Center, to share the data, virtual center.
And then from a leadership perspective, as the CEO, when you're looking at the implementation of these solutions and how they're rolling out, what are the KPIs that you can bring to bear to actually assess if it has been a success or not? Maybe it's a little early to make that.
No, we live at good KPIs for a very long time. So, well, what is the top priority of the airport operation? To operate it safely, possibly securely, with certain quality of the services in both direction, B2B toward the airlines and B2C toward the passengers. So you declare some standards and you striving to deliver them. So it means that whatever is part of handling process from the point of passenger entering the airport and boarding the plane, same time when it's the aircraft touching down and taking off. So those processes got to be under control, and always the resources to be available not to harm the quality of operations of the airlines and quality of the passengers' experience. I can only say the last year has been really difficult for all European airports because of lack of resources and airspace, lack of capacity. But Prague Airport actually delivered in matter of cases when the airport caused a delay in overall amount. It's been less than 1.5%. So we were not really harming the operations, but of course there are other reasons. You have to be ready to act and be ready for those delays, late arrivals, and whatsoever.
And is there anything in all of these different actions that you've taken that you personally would say is the favorite thing that you've put into place?
Well, back in '96, I started ground operation. I've been the weight and balance supervisor. So driving your car on the tarmac, and especially when it's the low visibility, it's quite difficult. So one of our features is airport traffic, aero traffic Prague, which is the device which is already implemented more than 100 ground support equipment. Is the screen showing you your actual position, showing you traffic around you, showing you also some of the closures which you might not know, which happens from 1 hour to another hour. Last but not least, showing you the meteorological situation, how it will improve everything. So the people or the staff driving those sometimes very expensive and important ground support equipment, which can harm even the aircraft. They have a real-time situation in their screen, in their cars, or in their equipment. So that's I like mostly.
And looking forwards, looking into the future, is there anything that CESAR has in development that you have your eye on that you think may in the future be something you'll implement at Prague?
Yeah, I'm almost at the end of my career path, but the things are developing so quickly, like artificial intelligence or other devices. So I'm just wondering how quickly it will be part of our airport operations. Meanwhile, we like to really improve, already mentioned, the data sharing, both with the stakeholders and the passengers, because the SESAR originally invented for air traffic, airspace, definitely needs also the, I would say that cooperation or transformation into the ground, because everything starts when the passengers leave their home, their doorsteps, and going to the airport. Many things can happen to delay the aircraft, so and then it's consequent problem for the air traffic and airspace. So I believe this is the right direction to go into the more details or to go more on the ground.
Well, we'll look forward to seeing what the next developments are at Prague. Jiří, thank you so much for joining us today and congratulations once again.
Thank you very much again. Have a great day.